Welcome back for episode 2 of going for the Loremaster achievement. When we left off, we got the quest to disperse the neutralizing agent in the healing lake. And I think we should do that. That's a really big cloud of dust. Or smoke. Smoke, I think. And there are some quests right over here, but I think we should just finish off the lake first. Go into the little shallow part. Now, if it seems like there's a lot more foliage on the ground, it's probably because I turned up my ground clutter through some cool console options. I turned up the spell effects and I turned up the amount of stuff on the ground just to make it seem more alive and impactful in the world. Now, man, that kind of sucks. You hop down there, and then you have to swim all the way over here to get out. Oh well. But yeah, I like it just because, you know, out in the wild, grass doesn't stay, neatly trimmed. It grows however it feels like until something comes along and eats it. Or runs over it. Whatever the case may be. Oh, there's a panda. Oh, another storm stout. That's odd. The storm stouts have a little bit of a thing going on in Pandaria. It's pretty cool. Pretty much their family is known in Pandaria for making awesome beer, and they are kind of getting killed out by various things in the continent. Healing the lake. From what you described, the neutralizing agent worked. I just wish that I knew how long it will last. We really need to remove that power crystal from the lake entirely. Thank you, Neflewitz. I will tell Ted to try the neutralizing agent on one of the captured beasts at once.
Seek the path of the light.
Vindicator Eldar. With your help, we were able to find a solution to our problems faster than I could have hoped. I don't have any other work for you to do. My apprentices and I can handle the rest. You should go speak with Vindicator Eldar on the other side of the ship. Sounds good. Run through the middle again. Hop over this tree. Not face plant into that piece of metal. Let's sell our goods real fast.
You wish to buy? Trade?
Yeah, see, going back to the armor thing, this is all just the generic older chain armor that's always been around in the game. And if you go to
Remember the lessons
and
of
if
the
you start as a
past.
blood elf, they'll actually sell you like blood elf looking stuff.
Useful.
And this is all just like the older textures for stuff, This stuff's been around for a good long while. So there's not a lot of like dry knife specific things, which I wish there were. And even if it's not like crystals, having the mail look like this, having, these kinds of weapons and shields, like having that stuff around would have been really cool, because one thing that WoW doesn't do very well is have a good sense of cultural identity for each of the races, whereas other games will have like cultural armor. Almost every main city for a race will have some, like, you can use as a substitute, like World Hub, because a lot of the times in cities or in games,
Good
like
fortune.
1 or 2 cities will become like, this is where everyone hangs out if you want to do anything. Whereas, like, in some of the other games, in some of the older games, it's more of a, if you are this race, this is where your world hub is. And, like, if need be, if you need to interact with other people, you go to, like, a pretty much designated meeting area. But there's stuff all over the world for you to do, which you don't find very often now. Neflewitz, is it? I've heard good things about you and the work you've been doing in the short time since you came to. We'll definitely need your help getting things back to normal. Zana, over there, could use your help, I'm sure. I thought he was calling for her, not just telling me her name.
Blessings upon your
That sounded
family.
weird. Zana needs our help to salvage parts from the Exodar. Terex prepared an inoculum that can be given to the Nestlewood Owlkin that live in the area. A lot of this that live in the area of a lot of the salvage. It's an odd sentence. Just get close to the unaffected ones and use the crystal on them. Unfortunately, you'll have to kill the others. You'll find the Owlkin at the Nestlewood Thicket and Nestlewood Hills to the southeast. So use the crystal, and we can get some potions that won't be worth much for very long.
Greetings, friend. The Naru have not forgotten us.
We managed to recover a damaged holographic emitter from the crash. If we repair it, we'll have a chance to find other survivors outside of Ahmed Vale. There were devices from the ship that could be salvaged for spare parts in the area, but the local Owlkin carried them off before we could get to them. Neflewitz, you must go... hey, I'm talking. Neflewitz, you must go south to the Nestlewood Thicket and Hills to find the spare parts. Wow, she is just... does not want to stop moving.
Favor
Okay.
the road traveled by few.
All prices here are
Alright, the reason
reasonable.
why I stopped the other dude was so I could sell stuff. Watch Club. Yeah, this is all just normal stuff. That's a very good wood cutting axe. Very bad people killing axe. Same with that. That's actually a pretty good people killing sword. That short staff can really get some
The lessons
some
of the
force in the
past.
head. So this guy is just the monk trainer.
Goodbye.
I'm just walking along, cataloging the local wildlife here in Azure Mist, when suddenly, bam! I don't think I've ever heard an explosion that loud in my life. What is he doing on this island in the first place? Like, the pandas didn't even come out until... whatever. Whatever. We're not gonna even look into it. Too many continuity loopholes. Because they didn't want to redo the starting zone for this during Cataclysm. You basically we're like back in time right now, and as soon as we leave, we'll be traveling like forward into the current timeline. It's all very weird. And these mutated Owlkin used to be a red name instead of a yellow name, and red names will attack you on sight as soon as you get close to them. And they did this to a lot of the starting zones during Cataclysm, making it basically easier for you to do stuff. Which kind of sucked because a lot of your experience was getting your way to a quest area, not necessarily just doing the quest. Inoculated Owlkin. He seems overjoyed. And that one became agitated. I wonder what the mutated Owlkin will do. Can't use it. Aww. Wanders aimlessly. Basically, that one was just like, huh? Did something happen? seems overjoyed. So it doesn't look like there's that many emotions the Alkin will display for doing this. Wanders aimlessly. Yeah. Did I already inoculate you? Nope. There we go. Like, I can complete this quest without ever going back into this area, which is a real shame because it was fun kind of being forced back there to you know, you felt like you were kind of invading someone else's space, and it was kind of like a mini dungeon in the middle of the world, which I feel like there should be more of. That would be a design feature I would definitely enjoy. There's a lot more kind of areas of zones that just have kicked up difficulty, and you need to maybe not necessarily get a full group, but like one or two other people to go in there and adventure. That would take up too much time and would require actual player base meeting each other in the quest zones, so I guess that's not really much of a thing. That's weird. Gated it off. Good thing I didn't follow those. Yeah, and see, we're done. We're done without ever having gotten back into here, which has a few more things. I mean, like they made this, and they made this graphic like specifically for this area, and now no one sees it. Like, no one ever sees it because you have no reason to. I have no reason to come back here. I don't mind how fast I'm leveling, but I mean, I know I'm wearing experience increasing armor and weapons, but at the same time, I feel like a little more time spent on each level would make you really appreciate the world a little more. Make you appreciate the zones and the levels you're gaining. Because it was like, what, 2 or 3 kills before I hit level 2. I'm almost level 5 now. And we've only been doing this for about 30 minutes. Back in the day, I'd hit like level 3 right now. Or level 4. Like, I would just have hit level 4. And that's with like non-stop pulling, killing things on the way to quests, coming back. And that's in like either the human or the orc/troll area, which are now separate areas. But back in vanilla, the orc and trolls shared the same starting place.
The Legion's End
draws near, you say. The more we can do to clear up Nestlewood, the faster Zana can get back to work. Strength for 4, armor. It lasts for an hour, why not?
Remain vigilant.
We just got Victory Rush. Victory Rush is really awesome. Excuse me. Victory Rush is really awesome because it heals you for 20% of your maximum health. So when I start to get to the point where like I'll be pulling lots of stuff at the same time, that will really be helpful because I'll keep my health high. And see, okay, this is a little bit more of what I was talking about. I wish I would see, but it's not green, so you can't transmog it. So to kind of keep your, I guess, your cultural identity, like armor-wise, you have to not, you can't do it while doing current content, because you can't make your current armor look like it. When we have those spare parts, I know that we'll get the emitter repaired. With any luck, there'll be someone else out there left to talk to. Let me take a look at those. Yes, I think that these will do nicely. Good job, Neflewitz. The emitter is rather complex, so it may take some time to finish the repairs. I'll let you know when it's ready. In the meantime, you might see if Vindicator Aldar has anything he could use you for. They're all the same. Might as well look at all the pants. Those are cool cloth pants. Not that you'll ever see them as a cloth user, because you're always wearing a robe. And those are pretty decent leather pants, too. Actually look like they're made to protect the thighs. Aldar doesn't have anything for me to do. Alright. So the missing scout. We now have several separate confirmations of unusual activity up on the Shadow Ridge. This is disturbing. We thought that the scouting missions already undertaken had been thorough. One of my scouts hasn't reported back yet. Warrior, I need you to head southwest to the other side of Silverline Lake and find Tolan and see what has delayed him. We're just going to swim across. Swim, swim, swim. I feel like a turtle. In reality, I'd be on the bottom of the frickin' pond. Ah, I see a question mark. Tallow. It is nice to see at least a few other people around in the questing zones now. Now that we've found Tolan, I'm going to cut off for this episode, and we'll see you next episode for continuation.